Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the third installment of the Yapatron podcast. Today, we are going to be learning about how KoK lost the genetic lottery and lore about John.
Man, you didn't even... I was waiting for the explanation of all the titles of the stuff you're going to talk about. Man, alright,
that's next. That's next. Hold your horses, man.
My horses are being hold, okay?
My horses.
Crazy people.
I'll let you do your story so I can think of more stories. Cause I gotta dig in the archives.
Alright, but before we start, I just want to make it clear. I know, like, nothing about John here. He knows a good amount about me, but, like, I know nothing about him, so I am very curious. But yeah, let's talk about how I lost the genetic lottery. But before we do that, as you can see, I am a BNG tuber now. If you only watch a podcast, hello. I exist. We also have background music. I'm not editing this in. This is all in real time. I am listening to the song that you're listening to right now. I know all this is not copyrighted, unless it is. YouTube, I have your phone number. Anyway. Now we can talk about how I lost the genetic lottery. To kind of give more explanation on what I mean by that. So I'm going to say a little bit about my family members. I'm not going to say their name, their ages, anything like that. I'm just going to be like their personality and how I have by far the worst out of all of them.
You could just fake name. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like, for example, my first cousin, I'll say, he's a boy and he's the oldest out of my cousins. We'll call him Ray William Johnson. Disclaimer, I am not cousins with Ray William Johnson. This is a joke. I do believe that John knows all of my cousins. Or at least...
I know at least one of your cousins.
Well, yeah, obviously, everyone knows this cousin. And it's Ray William Johnson, funnily enough.
True.
So, this guy, he is like what some people would consider like the class clown, if you will. Like the annoying kids at school that no one likes except like their main friend group. And, you know, the cool kids, etc., etc. And I am not a cool kid. I've never been. I am very introverted and I only talk to my friends. So...
Why do the antlers, like, work, though?
They kind of do work, honestly. You're kind of cooking.
I'll keep it for the minute. I'll keep it for now. See if it sticks.
The only thing that me and Ray have in common... I'm going to continue calling him Ray William Johnson, so I'm going to stop talking about him. Is that we both like to draw. That's it. Also, if you didn't know, I've drawn every asset that you've seen on screen. Myself, obviously. Pablo on my head, obviously. Every asset that is there's clearly not my art, I have drawn myself. And I'm pretty proud of it. There's also cousin number 2. We'll call them Leonardo da Vinci. You know, obviously.
Yeah, you didn't know this? Nikolai is actually cousins with Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, true.
Donatello!
Oh, that's so stupid, bro. Leonardo da Vinci is actually a girl, what they don't tell you in history class. That's what they don't tell you in history class, kids.
Wild.
So Leonardo is a girl. And, they're definitely out of my cousins, they are the most approachable. But they still have more friends than me. They are, like, way more approachable than I could ever be. I am mostly known as the weird kid. And I kind of bring it on myself, and I kind of accepted it at this point.
You are your own problem.
I am my own problem. And, Leonardo has a lot of friends. I wouldn't say that they're exactly the popular girl, or, like, the annoying popular girl, but they're, like, they're almost at, like, saint levels, if I would say. Like, they're mostly universally liked. There's very little people who don't like them. Me, on the other hand, there's a lot of people that don't like me. For a fact, some of my friends probably talk behind my back. I doubt John here does. But,
Heck.
I am probably aware that some of my friends do. And I'm perfectly okay with that. And I expect it, honestly. Anyway, on to our final cousin. Also a girl, but we're gonna call them, hold up. Famous historian. Famous historian.
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther, yeah. Martin Luther King. That's crazy. So we have my group of cousins. You know, obviously Ray William Johnson, obviously. Leonardo da Vinci, like naturally. And then we have Martin Luther King.
I don't think that sentence has ever been said, ever.
I hope I'm the first.
Bro was the first.
I've seen everything. Anyway. Martin Luther King. Alright. That's amazing. Alright. Martin Luther King. You know, my girl cousin. Yeah, I love them platonically because they're my cousin, but they are probably the worst person that I know. Or, like, one of the worst people that I know. They are the annoying popular girl. Like, the personification of the annoying popular girl. And they have a boyfriend, and I hate him with all of my guts. All of them. All on the floor. I hate all of it.
All of his internal organs.
All of his internal organs. His face is okay, but, like, his internal organs... Hates, double hates, loathe.
Loathe.
Hold up, I'm eating.
Is this video sponsored by Totino's Pizza Rolls?
No.
Oh, Circle water bottles.
You know what else is sponsored by? Circle water bottles. Speaking of which, do I still have stuff in here? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to get some.
Reloading!
Yeah, that's gonna suck. No drink for the podcast, I guess.
Yeah,
because
you can't.
I do not want to edit this
water anymore.
Yeah, Martin Luther King, one of the worst people I know. I mean, it's so real.
I can't wait to see the clips that come out of this.
I hope that New King watches it, and like Dusty, and they make clips out of this crap.
This is like gold.
Also, New King and Dusty, if you are watching, I have just given you permission to make clips of the podcast. Do it. I dare you.
He's
No
giving you
no balls.
to make...
Do it.
Oh, balls. He has given permission to go through and you can make clips of any of his videos.
Yeah. Anyway. That's pretty much all the cousins that I have, like, direct contact to, most of the time. Like, obviously I have way more cousins, but like those are the main cousins, if you will. Why is bro celebrating?
50, rank 50. Let's go.
Jeez, bro.
I have no life. I have almost 48 hours on this game.
Actually terrible.
Actually, how many hours do I have on this game?
Wait, hold on, how much do I have?
45 hours, right?
38. I am
45.
less lifeless.
Y'all have lives?
Alright, hold up. I gotta go throw this plate out. It'll be less than a minute, so I won't cut it out.
I'll try to entertain them, I guess. I don't know. I do my transition.
Alright, it's been less than a minute.
That's wild.
Yeah, I keep this trash bag in my room, so I get like trash, quote unquote, on it, like there.
Don't let you do that for our clothes, cause Jesus,
Man, shut up. Ugh.
clothes everywhere in his
Man,
room,
shut up.
dude.
Man, shut up.
Everywhere.
Man, shut up.
There's like a foot of dirty clothes in his room.
Man, shut up. Man, shut up.
Like driving through snow.
Man, shut up.
Man, shut up.
Man, shut up.
Man, shut up.
Stop being right. That's how that works.
That's what a laundry basket is for.
No. It's that's too hard.
Oh.
Hi, cat. Meow meow. Alright. Anyway, we have one final person to talk about. My brother. Who could probably hear me right now. Not ideal.
Drop kick him. Drop kick him.
No. You don't do that.
Why not?
I honestly don't know too much about my brother currently. I know enough, if you will. But like, from what I've seen, he is more shy. He doesn't really talk to people that much, and he kind of also has this group of friends. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, he sounds like a popular kid. So,
A shy, popular kid, huh?
he's kind of like a double-edged blade. I don't know for sure because I can't see him in the field. But yeah, I am pretty much take the worst part of all of those, throw them together, and you get one unique guy that you are currently watching on a podcast right now.
You get a less than ideal human being.
Less than ideal human being that is mainly just put here for chaos. And honestly, he knows this fully, and it's completely fine with him.
God knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's how I lost the genetic lottery, and how everyone else in my family is in a better position of life than I am. Hey, at least my grandparents are good.
This is true. This is true.
What was I doing? Oh yeah. Seeing if I had music on. Yep, turn that off.
Make sure OBS is like actually doing stuff correctly, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It has background music, it has the Discord set up, it has my audio set up. It should be fine.
I don't want this to become another, hour where we talk and it turns out it wasn't picking up Discord audio.
Well, that only happened to like one Uno video. That was like a half an hour. And then we made another one that lasted 7 minutes.
I think that lasted 7 minutes is arguably funnier.
Arguably so much funnier. It was actually amazing. Watch that video, by the way. Dude, I did not expect that Uno match to end that quickly. Dude, I locked in.
Bro locked in.
And at the same time, we were all making Gru jokes.
My turn.
My thorn. My thorn.
My thorn.
My thorn.
Probably the only major edit you had to do with just popping Gru up on the screen like 6 different times.
Dude,
my thorn.
I hope you know, every Uno after this, I will add Gru on the screen. We say my thorn too much for it not to be taken advantage of. My thorn. My thorn. My thorn. Anyway, John, I am now very curious because that's pretty much my story. I might think of something later, but I want to hear about you now.
Okay. So there is I'm going to tell. I have 2 stories right now in my head that I'm probably going to share. So, I'll tell this one second. So, story number 2 is going to be how I got shot in the face. We'll get there. And
yeah,
story
told me about
1,
that. I am very confused and very intrigued.
we'll get to that when we get there. Hold your horses above your head.
I have been this entire time. Doctors won't recommend it, but like I have.
Doctors hate him.
Doctors hate me.
Yeah, so story 1 is, or that's story 2. Man, I don't know. Story number 1 is tragic.
Is that the name? Tragic.
Okay, so story number 1 is going to be how. So let me paint you a picture, right? So I would be what, 6 at this time.
80? Bro, what?
So I was like 6 years old, right? I can't remember if it was summer break or something. I don't know. But I'm just up in my room and I'm just like sleeping, and then all of a sudden my mom comes to my room, wakes me up, and I go, "Hey, what's happening?" And she just looks me in the face, goes, "Oh, your grandparents' house burned down." What?
Well, did she say that nonchalantly too?
Yes, she did.
Oh,
she
your
came to my room.
House burned down. What?
No, like it was actively burning because my grandparents lived in the house next to ours. Like we live out in the country, so there's like it's just surrounded by fields. So it was my house, like 100 feet, and then my grandparents' house. And my mom just like walked into my room, woke me up, and was like, "Hey, your grandparents' house are burning down." I look out my window. Yup, that's on fire, all right.
Hellscape. Literal hellscape.
Literal hellscape.
Bro thinks he's playing Doom. Skull emoji.
So, and like everybody was out, everybody was safe. You know, there actually was barely anybody in the house actually. But so how it had happened was my grandpa was filling up the lawnmower.
Oh, grandpa.
Grandpa was filling up the lawnmower and actually set the house on fire.
Oh, grandpa.
So
grandpa moment.
He was grandpa moment. He was filling up the lawnmower while it was running, which horrible idea, by the way.
Why would bro do that?
I don't know. But so bro was filling up the lawnmower.
Oh my gosh, wait.
And then
I got all these. Hold up, I'm gonna become gray. It's time.
It's time. It is time.
Anyway, continue your story while I do this.
Yeah. So he was filling it, and like surprising absolutely no one, the gas kind of caught on fire. So it like
Man, that wasn't it.
It went up his arm, and like he just chucked the gas can into the garage. He threw a flaming gas can into the garage. So yeah, fire.
I mean, naturally, if you set something on fire and then throw it into a flammable thing, naturally there will be fire.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. Like, when my mom woke me up, it was like in the middle stage of burning. Like, all the exterior walls and stuff were still there, but like the roof was like halfway caved in. And like we just got out lawn chairs and they just watched it burn.
Really? Dude, that sounds like something I would do. And that's not a good thing.
We just sat there and like
enjoying the view, son.
I don't even remember if we called the fire department or not. I think we did.
Bro,
I don't know.
Take action to save your grandparents' house. Don't just like the actual lawn chair. Dude, this sounds like Looney Tunes, bro.
We're like, oh, honey, the neighbor's house is burning down. Quick, grab the lawn chairs.
Quick, grab the. This is worse than that time where I watched my neighbor's house burn down.
Like, at the time, like,
oh god,
oh goodness,
this is gonna be worth a lot. Hold up, nope,
alpha,
not even 100. I mean, not even 1,000. Womp womp. Also, it was
but like at the time, like there wasn't anything any of us could do at that point. Like, I think we did call the fire department, but we said it was controlled burning. Because a house on, because on fire house is totally controlled.
I mean, obviously, naturally.
So yeah, that just happened, and then the next day we like tore through like some of the wreckage, and then we like got all of the good wood and stuff and put it in a pile, and then set it on fire again.
Why?
I don't know. We just did.
Oh my gosh! So the house survived. You know what? Burn it. Where is the logic?
Oh look, this part survived. We can't have that.
if the house burns down, all of it does. Mark my words.
I think it might have been because that wood just wasn't good anymore. Like, there's nothing we could have done about that wood, so I just, might as well burn it.
Dude, that is an amazing story.
That
sounds like Looney Tunes, and also something that I would do. Lawn chairs and watching the house burn down. Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Lawn chairs.
Son, your grandparents' house is burning down. Wanna watch it with me? I thought you'd never ask.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Bro's been waiting for years for this.
You know what's funnier? Is my grandparents just have a pond. Like, a massive pond next to their house. There was water right there. They were just, nah.
Nah, watch it burn.
Watch it burn.
Anyway, let's get on that second story.
Oh yeah, my second story. How I got shot in the face.
Yeah, I want more. I want more context.
Okay. So. Alright. Buckle up, boys.
Buckle up. I'm buckled.
I'm buckled.
I'm buckled, alright.
Okay, so this would have happened... How old was I?
8. I've decided.
Was this before or after? No, that was after. So I would have been like 9 or 8 maybe.
Told you.
So
Told you it was 8.
Shut up.
I got, bro.
So I had one of my cousins, like, so here's what happened after my grandparents' house burned down. Some of my other relatives, they just like had a log cabin for like no reason, and they just like, oh look at this nice concrete foundation. Cabin.
Cabinify. Cabinification.
So they put their well, obviously they bought the land and stuff, and they started living there. So my cousin and like we would like play and stuff because of course we would.
I mean, you're 8 to be fair.
Yeah.
And we aren't like any of you Gen Alphas on our tablets.
Yeah.
Man, what even is a tablet?
It might be hard to believe, but like kids used to like go outside.
Dude,
like,
I still have some of those jeans. they have been long buried over all these other jeans, but I still have those jeans. I still go outside.
I sometimes have those jeans. I don't know. They're very selective. Anyways, getting back to the how I got shot in the face story. So, and because we live out in the country, there's like just a patch of like 4 acres of woods that we live right next to,
I mean, as the country
and
is.
as the country is. So we would like go out there and we would just like do stupid stuff like play hide and seek or try to climb trees, which is how I fell out of a tree. That's a story for another day.
That day
It's
could be
actually-
today.
They could be today. I'll think about it.
That day could be today. It is possible.
It is possible, but so yeah, so my cousin and his parent got him a air rifle, which is a rifle that shoots like a
Like air.
I can't remember. No, not that.
It's called an air rifle. What the frick?
It uses air to propel the pellets. You know what?
The pellets are made of air, right?
No.
This
They're
is
made
not
of,
what
like-
I asked for.
I don't care. You signed the waiver.
I asked for a gun that shot air.
So his parents got him an air rifle, and I think it came with both copper ammunition and plastic ammunition. And us, being 8 years old, was like, we should totally like shoot each other.
I mean,
Because
as an 8-year-old does.
Because like that's a great idea.
As an 8-year-old does.
So there we are, and like we had this game about it. I remember the game. It was like one person would take the air rifle. They would
God.
pick
I have
a
story
spot.
now.
They would pick a spot in the woods, and that would be like their, outpost or whatever. And the person would have to try and like run up and tap the person before they got shot.
That actually sounds pretty fun.
It
Dangerous,
was
but
pretty fun. But until I got shot in the face, but
that's a story for another day. Just
So-
actively telling that story.
so yeah. So he had the rifle and he was like perched in between a tree that had fallen down. So I was trying to like sneak my way up to him, and me being 8 and terrible at sneaking, he saw me. So I just like
Did he shoot you in the face?
got behind a tree and I was like, he doesn't see me, right? I go to poke my head out and just BAM! Right in the face.
Did it hurted?
Yes, it hurted. Actually, it hit me in the tooth, in my tooth,
Oh, that's.
and it just shattered it. I mean, absolutely shattered it.
Oh, now I have 2 stories.
I was lucky that was the plastic, because if that was copper, I actually might have like ate that.
I mean, you did eat it.
I did.
You did eat it though.
Surprisingly though, there was like no blood. It just shattered my tooth and like split my lip a little bit.
Bro was like, "Youch."
I was. It kind of hurted, maybe a little bit.
Maybe kind of hurted.
Accurate size.
Dude, please stop saying that. For the love of all that's holy. Anyway, do you
Okay.
have any more stories, or can I share mine?
Do you want me to tell the falling out of a tree story right now?
I mean, I think it'd be funny to save it for another day, honestly.
You're gonna have to tune in to next Yapatron podcast.
Yeah, you're gonna
for
have to tune in next Yapatron to find out about the time that John fell out of a tree. Speaking of tree, I just want to mention this. There's this one time at my grandma's house, because that's where I see my cousins most of the time, that Ray William Johnson, aka the only boy, despite them all 3 having boy names,
Don't worry about it.
I remember he climbed up the tallest tree that we had at grandma's house, and I think we ended up having to like get the ladder to get bro down. It was a funny day.
Bro got up the tree now, and then he was just like, now what?
Now what do I do? And when I say he got up the tree, I mean he was at the top. He has always been a climber. Anyway. Now for my actual stories. The first one happened at my grandma's house. Funnily enough. Oh, now I kind of forgot the second story. No, never mind. I remember it again. Alright. Anyway. This one happened at my grandma's house. It actually always happened at my grandma's house. For some reason, me and my grandpa are really goofy guys. That's where I get most of my goofy genes. You know, the reason I am the way that I am. We're goofy guys, and we both thought it was a good idea. This man is like 40 to 50 plus now at this point. You know, I was really young at this point, so
yeah,
something like that. And we both thought it was a great idea. We had the swing set outside of my grandma's house, right? We don't anymore.
Uh-oh.
I would like swing around in a circle. Really fun, by the way. I know nothing would happen when I was on the swing. And we decided that it was a great idea for my grandpa to throw baseballs at me as I was going around in a circle. We saw nothing wrong with this.
What?
Long story short, something was wrong with it.
What kind of jackass is this? Where's Johnny Knoxville when you need him?
Dude. we aren't the smartest.
Okay, I got this crazy idea. So you're gonna swing in the swing set, and I'm gonna chuck baseballs at you.
I think it was my idea. I don't know why he went along with it. Basically, one day I got hit directly in the face, and that was the last time we played that game, needless to say.
How many times was the game played?
It was, genuinely, it was like, maybe in the like 10s to 20s.
Oh my god.
We aren't that smart. We aren't that smart.
Now that's on par on, hey, the neighbor's house is burning down. Let's go get our lawn chairs.
That is on par. The only reason I remember that is because you were talking about the game that you guys had in the woods shooting each other. Which is arguably a worse idea. Arguably. They're both really bad ideas, don't get me wrong, but like, arguably worse, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, my second story. What do I remember? Tooth, yeah. This was just my fault. Entirely my fault. It was really goofy that I did this, but it was entirely my fault. So, I was at my house one day. Me and my brother, we had bunk beds for like our entire life until recently, where we either no longer live at the house or we have separate beds. I'm gonna let you guys decide. I mean, we could. You never know. You never know. So our dad was setting up the beds, right? But they weren't bunked yet, so there was just like two beds in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easy to jump across, you know. Yeah, I jumped across them quite a bit. It was really fun. I didn't see anything wrong with this. And then I might have slipped a little bit, fell in between the bed and the wall, pushed my teeth down my skull.
Mm.
And yeah, that teeth had to get removed. It was like getting into like the middle of my mouth. Not fun. It was not fun. I don't know. I mean, you would argue that like, why would you be jumping across the beds? That's a stupid idea. But like, how was I supposed to know that was happening?
I feel like that's as stupid as, hey, we have a spinning ceiling fan in our room, and also bunk beds. I'm gonna try to jump under the ceiling fan.
I mean, yeah, but like, how was I supposed to know I would slip and push my tooth back into my skull a little bit? How was I supposed to know that? Like, you gotta admit, that's unlikely.
I would say common sense, but you're like 6.
I am probably like 6 or 7 at this time. Common sense wasn't really a thing at that time. That hasn't been developed at least in a couple more years. Yeah. Pretty much. Anyway, you may now continue. If you have any more stories. And if not, we can just like talk, vibe for a bit. We are only 30 minutes in, believe it or not.
I'll hit you with the time I fell out of a tree.
Ooh.
So, like, I don't know when I was. This might have been I was like 10 or something. This was after I got shot in the face. So.
Like I was just saying it so nonchalantly. This is after the time I got shot in the face. As we do. Oh.
So we had just recently had like a windstorm that had come through, and like there were some trees in the woods that were like they weren't really blown down as they were just like uprooted. Like they were still like upright, kind of, but they were just like leaning some. And I was like, that angle, I can climb that. And this was like a 50-foot tall tree. I was like, nah, I can climb
I got this. Nah, I'd win.
So anyway, I started climbing.
So anyway, I started blasting.
So I started climbing.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Anyway, continue.
So I started climbing. I get like, I don't know, 10% of the way, and it's like at the bottom, I can hear like the wood start like creaking and cracking, and I'm like, it's probably nothing.
It probably isn't a bad idea.
Probably nothing. I don't know. So I just kept going, and I got about 10 more feet, and then why do I feel like I'm suddenly moving? Nope, this tree is definitely about getting ready to fall. So, the tree starts falling, and
that's the last time we've seen John.
In my 10-year-old brain, now I'm like holding on to the side of a tree. The tree is not falling on me. Let's just get that out of the way. Like, I was falling with the tree, and like the last second I just like dove off and then landed like face first in a mud puddle. That wasn't fun.
So did it like not hurt a ton, but you did land face first in the mud?
It didn't. Well, I feel like the mud had something to do with it not hurting, because of the rain, the windstorm. It was also raining, so the ground was nice and moist. So I kind of just like landed, like, and then just slid. Like, I did hurt my neck a little bit, but whatever. So yeah, that was fun, explaining to my parents why I came in covered in mud.
Imagine you walk in and they're just like, man, why you got poop all over your face? I had to go.
when nature calls.
When nature calls, poop on your face. That was probably the worst sentence I've ever said in my life.
When nature calls, poop on your face.
I mean, he's so real for that. Why don't we go to the dock over by gambling? I mean, it's right beside gambling.
True.
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna move from our spot. It's kind of like our spot now, but like, why haven't we?
Because the spot's iconic.
Yeah, but we love gambling.
But the spot's iconic.
That is true. You do got a point.
I do be spitting straight facts.
So true, bro, spitting. Straight facts.
Radiant crab. I need my horseshoe crab, or the other thing that I need to catch. I don't remember what it's called.
Alright, at about 50 minutes here, we should go to the void and start, like, wrapping things up, which is in about 10 more minutes. But do we got any more stories before then?
I don't have any stories in my break right now, but, like, give me, like, 10 minutes, I might think of one. I could also not.
Because the void is the place where we talk about, like, the real stuff. The real stuff that is, relevant on YouTube, but also personal enough that it could still be shared. You know?
Oh, also, one quick thing. Like, while you were off making your pizza rolls, like, I just randomly thought of a title for this podcast. It would be the Yapatron Podcast 3. How Cockman lost the genetic lottery and how John got shot in the face.
that is like the two. That is like the two things that everyone came here for. Honestly, not a bad title. And we have been talking this entire time, so this will be going up literally right after we record it. So,
yeah.
very, very good videos so far. Not much downtime at all. Also, speaking of not much downtime, Yapatron 2, let's talk about that. That video was actually about, like, 2 hours long. And as I said in the video, I would cut some things down. I did. It is now an hour and 10 minutes, if you've seen it. I think. Something like that.
No, hey, I got my horseshoe crab. I didn't realize that.
Hold up. Let me check.
Hi, I'm Doug.
An hour and 25 minutes. So I cut down a good amount of it. I cut down enough. Because I didn't want to cut out all the void, because that's where we talked about that really important thing at the end. Or that thing that I kind of want to be public information. Oh yeah, I know what you can make public information. That thing we were talking about that you could finally reveal.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah! Let's do that.
You know, small, minor detail.
Minor detail. Small detail. How do you want to say it?
Detail.
I mean, it's completely up to you.
That's a good question.
How do you want to say this? Because this will be an important thing.
This is quite important lore.
Quite important, because it's like kind of a decent chunk of your character.
Yeah.
It's pretty big, I'd say. Just like my peanut. What? Huh? Who said that?
Hold on, wait, real quick. Let me just wait, hold on. This joke will be funny, trust.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna be so bad. Don't say it.
Too late.
I hate you. I hate you. That's a massive stingray.
What if I just...
God dang it. You could just, like, not sugarcoat it, but you can also just, like... You could sugarcoat it, or you could not sugarcoat it. It's up to you, man.
I'll be so for real. I don't think I'm gonna sugarcoat it.
Bro is not gonna sugarcoat it. Bro did not sugarcoat that laugh. I mean, cough. I'm so dumb.
Killing this guy.
I am so stupid. Alright.
I might have another accurate. Hold on, wait. Is it accurate?
I mean, that's me. What? What do I mean by that?
What did bro mean by that?
What am I implying with that?
What is bro implying with that?
Alright, say it. We ain't got time. We ain't got this time.
I think we have quite a lot of time, actually.
We have like 15 more minutes of this podcast. I always want to get a little bit over our time. So we ain't got too much time to dilly-dally.
Domain expansion. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I am gay.
Bro is gay. I am
Hello.
straight. All the gay
For the
comments
time
that
being.
you've heard. What do you mean for the time being? What does that mean?
My gaydar's going off.
What does that mean?
I just sense it in you.
The force is strong with this one. Odd quote.
The force is strong with this one.
The force is strong with this one. Odd quote. What the freak? all the gay comments that you've heard from both of us are a joke from me and also a joke from him if it's directed toward me.
Yeah.
We're not gay for each other. I am actually not even gay in general.
Debatable.
Alright. It's not debatable. You know why? I am one of two sexualities. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm either straight or airways. There is no in between. I am one or the other. There is no he might be gay. I am straight or airways. There is no in between.
Congratulations.
I'm being so real with you. I either like women or I don't like. I don't think my body after the emotional burnout has really decided yet.
Your body's hitting it with like, give me 5 more minutes.
Or at least after I realized I had the emotional burnout. I probably had this for like most of my life.
Now, when did you like start noticing that you just like didn't have emotions?
Well, I've always known that I haven't been depressed, like deep down. Even in like elementary school when I'd like pretend like I'm depressed. Because I felt like that's what I needed to do.
Because it's like all the rage.
I mean, everyone's doing it. I knew I wasn't depressed back in elementary school, but I didn't really know. I just didn't feel yet. I started noticing, probably this year, honestly. Is when it started really setting in. That, wait, maybe this is why.
And then bro finally did research on it.
Yeah, that is a thing that happens to people.
Yeah.
And I've always known that I've never been good in bad situations for others. Like, I've never been able to, like, be that person that you can turn to talk about it. I mean, you could definitely talk about it with me. I'm just... That's what you can do.
Like, bro will just sit there and listen, but, like...
I am a great listener, but I cannot give any help. At all.
I think the emotion you feel the littlest is, like, empathy.
Well, yeah. This has been known. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll listen to it, because to me it's just interesting, studying a normal human being.
You would be a great psychologist, though.
I would not be a great psychologist because I am psycho. I'm lying, chat. That might be a thing in my future.
Just psychology is basically just learning about, you know, how people work, right? I could be wrong about that. I have no idea.
Like, I definitely had emotion when I was born, but I definitely lost it at some point. Because I have been happy, like when I was a child, but there's a point where my happiness is fabricated in my life. I don't know when it was, but it was at some point. Nowadays, I feel like very little happiness, really. Instead of happiness, my body has replaced it with satisfaction. I'm satisfied with what's happening right now instead of being happy about it. It's kind of odd to explain, but like that's kind of how it's working right now. Dude, where is this thing? Why am I even metal detectoring, bro? I don't care about that. It looks bad on me.
What are you looking for?
I mean, something I don't have. I don't have blade, and I don't have something else that I forgot. I think it's watch. Wait, actually, watch would actually look pretty cool on me.
Well,
I mean, you can't really mess up a watch.
unless they like put it around your head or something stupid like that.
I mean, knowing this game, probably. I mean, at this rate, probably.
I wonder what the sword would be.
Probably on your back, I'd have to guess.
Probably.
Dude, where is this thing? There it is. Soda tab. Amazing. Back to fishing.
Well.
Anyway, what time is it? What time is it? Oh, we've reached 50. All right.
Oh, you got.
Let's go to the void, and we can continue conversating there.
As soon as you said that, I got a fish. Thanks, Radiant Eel. Off to the void we go.
Off to the void. Everyone's favorite place to talk. That's not what I wanted to drink, actually.
Oh yeah, quest board. I gotta turn on my quests.
Oh my god, bro. I don't have any jump things. I should probably get some of them, shouldn't I?
Catch high tier fish. I got $400.
Where is it? Is it the bounce brew? The super bounce brew. Okay. Let's just grab a ton of these so we never run out. Oh wait. It could. No. Brown overalls. Dude, I just need to catch one more of whatever that thing is, and then I can get the stone fur.
I also only need one.
Can you
But
trade
I
it?
can't get it. What?
Can you trade?
No. I'm already behind here, by the way.
Give me a second, I'll be there. I have 55 of these now, so I'll always be able to get there. You know, since we just have that kind of cash.
We do have that kind of cash.
Alright.
Look into the void, everybody.
Welcome to the void. If you have been to the podcast, you have seen this area every
Place
single
down our
time we've
lawn
been here.
chairs and watch our grandparents' house burn down.
True. So real for that. Dude, the one you should have advertised to me was watching my grandparents' house burn down. Like, if you said that as the title, I would instantly be hooked, bro. Getting shot in the face is pretty good, but like...
Not casually watching my grandparents' house burn down.
Dude, that actually sounds like something I would do. Anyway, I have a small story to tell. Short story. The other day, in a more public group of people, we were all talking and stuff. I'll explain more for John later, if he wants more context. What's his name? And we were talking about suppressing anger. And they were like, yo, how do you suppress your anger? And I was like, you see, I don't. Because I don't have it anymore. And they started asking me, like, questions like, do you hate people anymore? And I was like, yes, I do. I do hate people. And they're like, how does that even work? And I was like, you know, I don't really know.
It's a real philosophical question for you.
I don't really know how I could still hit. I have one theory about it. Since I definitely did just lose my emotion at some point, which I think is what I'm commonly believing. Because I definitely had emotion at some point, I think. I think it's just like the remnants from when I did have emotion. It's kind of like muscle memory of like hating said person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Also, the one reason I would consider losing your emotion is because You know how, like, your entire life, when someone's annoying you, your parents say, like, just ignore them. It gets so easy when you don't feel.
I like how you are literally the opposite of Inside Out.
I'm outside in. I unironically am outside in. What you see me feeling is exactly what I'm feeling at the time. There's nothing in here.
His head, no thoughts, head empty.
No, I have thoughts. The only issue is that's all I have.
A person with only thoughts.
Has nothing to think about but thoughts. A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about but thoughts. I'm gonna need to pull out a phone in a second here. Also, I gotta buy a ton of the phones, bro. Bro, we are rich. Why don't I have more? How much money you got right now? Before I continue.
I have 27,000, but I also have 7 pages of fish.
Dude, I have 34,000.
But I have 7 pages of fish.
You know what I have? 7 pages of fan fiction about you. Or something, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Now I'm interested.
Well, don't be, because I'm lying.
Oh dear. You exchanged me goods for these goods.
You traitor.
Traitor.
Yeah, your parents, telling you to just ignore the person who's annoying you, first off, it works. Second off, if you just don't feel anything, it's so easy. Because, like, ignoring them is like your average mental state, is ignoring everything around you, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just works. It is just that easy. Since I have lost my emotion and have fully grasped it being a thing that is happening to me, I have felt like way less angry, obviously, because of the loss of the emotion. I have felt way less. Obviously, I felt way less of everything else. Or I've noticed that I felt way less. But I have gotten annoyed, like, physically annoyed by someone else way less too, because, like, I just don't care. The most you're doing when you're trying to ignore me is wasting my time. And arguably, that's the most annoying thing.
Also, you brought up being physically annoyed, and, like, I don't really get mentally annoyed. I get really physically annoyed. Like
annoyed by someone else is what I would call physically annoyed.
Well,
or
mine is if I'm annoyed, my body language would say it. Like not as much as my mood, my body language would definitely say I'm annoyed.
Like how? I'm curious now.
Like one thing I do when I'm just like really annoyed is like I just start like shifting my hands around, just like I don't know. It's just something that I've always done that I've never really picked up on.
Yeah.
Creature. Catch creature complete. Quest. I'm almost
like before when I had emotion, you could tell that I'm annoyed with you if I gave you like the stink eye. But now that's just when I'm not around my friends, that's just my average face. So now I just look annoyed at everyone at all times. Which sometimes is true.
Sometimes it might be true.
Well,
oh yeah.
Not now. Not anymore.
You wanna know what I forgot? That would probably be good. Is that when I was a kid, I had such bad ADHD that I had to take medicine for it.
That's a good story.
Yeah. So when I was like I don't know, 5, or no, not 5, like, I don't know. When I was, like, young, until I was, like, I want to say, like, 6 or 7 or something. I had such bad, like, diagnosed ADHD that I had to take, like, medicine. Because, like, I was just all over the place.
Like, describe to them a little bit of, like, how it worked, having that bad of ADHD.
So, basically, having that bad of ADHD, like, I, like, could not physically focus. Like, I could try, and I might be focused for, like, 2 minutes, and then, nope, I want to do something else. And also with that, I'm, like, and my, like, emotions were, like, all, like, jacked up. Like, being a child, I know, like, the biggest one that, like, really impacted me was, like, I would just be, like, really angry for, like, no reason.
You see, I probably was really angry for no reason, but that's because there literally wasn't a reason. And I was just acting angry because I felt like I needed to.
I was involuntarily acting angry.
That is incredibly interesting. I will put this on my human study.
I was building,
I'm building the ideal KoK man. One that feels.
Bro's gonna genetically splice his DNA to make him perfect.
Perfect cell awe.
Perfect cell,
Dude, I'm so excited for the KoK man perfect cell arc. The KoK man
Just
perfect
like-
cell arc is crazy.
You have an implant that every single time you walk into a room, it plays a perfect cell theme.
Dude, when we get brain chips, that's what I'm gonna do.
I know, bro.
Dude,
I relish.
I walk in the room and then you start hearing the perfect cell theme. I have reached my peak.
And then I just hit him with a guys. Why do I see a health bar?
KoK man health bar. I got something to explain to my video watchers that may or may not have watched this podcast. For videos now, Hayden is making the music. All the music that you guys heard in the randomly generated video, aka the last one that I released that wasn't Yapatron 2, as of right now. All the music in the background was made by Hayden. So first off, there's no way it could be copyrighted because I was there when it was being made. Second off, completely original. Might have taken like some inspiration from other songs, but like completely original. And
You should.
Now you go.
You should tell him about that game you made that Hayden made all the music for.
I guess.
I mean, they've already know about Star Jimmy.
I mean,
Might
they
as
do know
well.
about Star Jimmy. Actually, the YouTube viewers don't know. All right, small thing. Star Jimmy is the star, or like half a star, that is above my hoodie pocket on my character.
Yeah, it's a poorly drawn star.
And that's what makes him so funny. More Star Jimmy lore eventually. First off for the video, guys. My species name, me and Pablo's species name, guy on my head. We are Kokonians, I've decided, and there's some lore behind us. But Star Jimmy literally just is a sentient star. Like, it's just that simple. There's Star Jimmy lore. But the most that I can explain as like a small rundown, he is a godlike being that kind of just has fun with his power. He's just goofy with it. That's all he really does. I actually haven't decided if this Star Jimmy on my hoodie is alive or not. Or if it's just like me having him on the hoodie in general as like a design choice. But the real Star Jimmy is like 10 feet tall, I think we found out.
Yeah.
10 or 9 feet tall. We did it by measuring our characters beside each other. He is my first adopted son. I don't remember exactly what happened right now that made me have to adopt him, but I did. Pablo's my second adopted son. He's like 4 or 5 right now. And he actually feeds off of what the stream chat is saying. I kind of like make a decision on what path his life is taking. And he will grow up eventually. But right now he's like 4 or 5. We don't know for exact. We also don't know how old my character is, the KoK man himself, yet. But eventually we will. Anyway, now to the game that he was talking about. I made this text adventure game. If you want to play it, you can, but I wouldn't advise it. It's text adventure, to be fair. It's a roguelike, and basically, it's a roguelike. Its name is Kill Streak, and your only goal is to get as many kills as possible. I have 5 different versions of the game that are playable. Kill Streak 1 through 5, and only like 2 of them have an ending, I think. The other 3 are arcade games.
Which, by the way, nobody has reached the ending in
Yeah,
either
no
game.
one has reached the end in either game. I think it's Kill Streak 5 itself and Kill Streak 3. But I will say they do get way better for every Kill Streak. So, honestly, I would advise not starting with Kill Streak 1. I'd advise starting with 5.
Yeah. And he coded like everything.
I coded everything. Every single line of code was made by yours truly.
Also, Bro might have been a little bit obsessed. A little bit. Because, like, Bro would, like, just be going throughout his day, and he would just, like, I have an idea. And he would start physically writing down code to put into the game later.
Yeah, bro. A decent amount of time ago, when I was still in school or a previous year in school. I'm going to make this as hard as possible to guess our ages. If you're of the newer generations, you know what the state tests are. They give you a piece of paper that you can sketch on if you need to, but most of the time I never use the line throughout all of school, if I'm in it or not. Again, I'm gonna make this as hard as possible. And I remember vividly one time on the sketch paper, after I was done with the state test, I actually wrote like an entire update on there.
So imagine the teachers who are collecting the paper, because they collect the paper.
And they
after
just
the
saw
test.
like a ton of lines of code that only someone who knows Python programming would know. To be fair, I did make that update, and it was a good update.
It was a good update.
It was a good update. The reason I stopped working on it is because it's taking out too much time of my day, and to really no reward, because like nearing the end of when I like stopped working on it, like no one was playing the game. I was doing it for like no reason.
Like, it started out where like our whole friend group, like back then of like what, 10 people? I don't even know.
Something like that. I don't know.
Like 10 people were playing the game, and then like Kill Streak 3 or something. I forget when the big split happened, but yeah, people just started playing the game less and less.
By Kill Streak 5. Kill Streak 5 is definitely the best game, don't get me wrong. Just no one was playing it. So it's like, what's the point, bro?
What's the point, bro? Bro, hit him with the I'm tired boss.
I'm tired, boss. Though, Kill Streak 4 and 5 are the best made because I actually have an internal clock that tracks what day it is based on my time zone.
Bro had LTMs in this game.
Yeah. Unironically. Like, I have certain things that would happen on specifically the weekends. Like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there would be a class that was available, and it would be different for every day of the weekend. His name was Mr. Weekend. He was definitely one of the best characters in the game, by far. It just, people wouldn't really play him all that much, just because he was limited for just the weekend. Or actually, for that matter, just the day, because we had Mr. Friday, Mr. Saturday, Mr. Sunday, which all work different. So he was limited to just that day.
And also...
And then
like,
he switched.
Funny thing is, the first time he, like, implemented that code, like, because we all stayed up that night. And because we wanted to see it change. And 12 o'clock hit. It didn't change. We're like, huh, that's weird. A couple hours later, 3 a.m. It changed.
Nope, it's 4 a.m. And it still is 4 a.m. At this point, I just think it's funny.
So it happens at 12 a.m. every single day.
Nope, 4 a.m.
4
a.m.
4 a.m.
Pretty funny, though. All I'm saying.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I don't know how to fix it, but it's pretty funny that it happens. And it does update while you're in game too. So if it's now like if you're playing it on a Sunday and it turns a Monday my time at 4 a.m., you will just not be able to play the class anymore for the rest of the week. Like it does update actively. I also added splash text for the most recent version. It's a really well-polished game. It just doesn't have any graphics as its main flaw.
Which, like, you were gonna do graphics, because, like, didn't you draw some of the characters? Most of the characters do have. Well, yeah. Speaking of which, whatever happened to the wiki? It's like I don't remember where the Kill Streak 5 wiki is.
I just didn't make one.
No, I thought you made a special one for 5. It might have been 4.
I think I was going to, and then I didn't because I scrapped it before I got around to it. Anyway, that's about the end of that. If you guys want me to give you the stuff, by all means, reach out to me on the Discord. But I wouldn't advise it because, like, it might keep you entertained for like a half an hour or so. But like, it is a text adventure game, and there's only so much they can provide for you in the entertainment department.
On your monitor, it would be a blank white screen with what font is it?
I don't even know what font it is.
It's like 12-point font in the bottom left corner, and that's the entire game.
Yep, that's the entire game.
Just in the bottom left corner.
Maybe if like the text is bigger, it'd be a better game. But
which I like told you to do, and you're like,
I literally can't change it. Literally not a thing I can do.
I don't know, man.
Well, I do. All I'm saying, I do. Literally not a thing I could do. Because I made it on this like sketchy-ish code website. That actually, it's not even really sketchy. It's just like it has its limits, you know.
It's a very limited. If you don't pay for stuff.
I don't even know if you can pay for stuff. Yeah. That's pretty much the end of that. Is there anything else that we'd like to get in before I end the podcast? Or we end that off here? Because, like, we are over time by, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be too long.
I mean, there's not much you're gonna have to edit, so...
I mean, yeah. I'm not even gonna edit. I hope you know. This is going up right after we're done. Right after I hit stop recording, this is going up.
Alright. Well, it's gonna take like 2 hours for it to render.
Well, it doesn't need a render. I never put it in Blender. All I need to do is upload to YouTube.
Doesn't that take time, though?
It does take time, but it's not based on my computer. It's based on YouTube servers.
We know how reliable those are.
I mean, they're decently reliable. And plus, that means I could just turn off my entire PC and just it'll show up eventually and, you know, alert the Discord at 1 a.m.
Yeah. At 1 a.m. Random 1 a.m. podcast drop.
I mean, hey, we were bored.
Shocking revelation.
Shocking revelation.
Shocking revelation.
Even a cocking relation.
Ah,
You see what I see?
Chat, can we shoot this guy?
See what I did? See. Anyway, yeah, I don't feel like there's anything else unless you have a story.
I'm fresh out of stories, bud.
Alright, I want to catch another fish and then we should both get up and do this outro. For those who have just been podcast listeners for a bit, we stream every day at 7. Or not every day. Most days. We at least once per week at 7 o'clock. Also join the Discord. You can get pinged for streams, you can get pinged for videos, you can suck me on me, you can chat with me. I'm pretty active. Hayden's way more active than I am.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the least active out of the gang that's in there.
I think
Other than
Hayden
Panda.
might be the most active.
Other than the people who just literally don't talk most of the time in general in Discord, I'm definitely the least active out of the gang in that server. But when I do show up, you can ask me stuff, and if I ignore you, I either don't care or you're annoying me.
He will usually respond to...
I will most likely respond.
Yeah. But no promises.
No promises, but there is like a, let's just say like 75% chance that I'd respond.
Yeah.
Because like I've literally got nothing else going in my life. There ain't no way I'm getting a girlfriend anytime soon, so.
No maidens.
No maidens. I mean, you ain't getting any maidens either.
Man!
You see, it's funny because he's not going for maidens.
I'm thinking outside the box.
He's looking for men in maid outfits. So, kind of maidens.
I mean...
Kinda.
Close it.
Close it up. And now you can finally change your title to gay. Oh my god, it's amazing. I would change mine to straight, but the only issue in this game, it's straight with
Quotation marks.
quotation marks, and I just am straight. And I don't want it to be a question. I want it to be a sarcastic thing, so I'm just gonna keep
It's
it
not
as,
gonna be-
cool.
It's not gonna be up for debate.
It's not gonna be up for debate. Also, I am out of bait again. This is the perfect time. I'll let you catch that fish real quick, and then we can end it off here. Oh, that's okay. We should do that every podcast. That was actually pretty cool. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of Podcast today. New podcast decently soon, I'm guessing. Like maybe within the next couple weeks. It just depends on when we get bored again and have more stories to tell. Because like,
Or when he runs out of content.
yeah, one or the other. And it's funny because now that John is telling more stories about him, we can now get the me out here just making very stupid decisions in life, and him out here almost dying. Which honestly are the two most entertaining stories in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not active enough to have close to death situations unless maybe I like touch the stove or something. Like that's the closest I'll get. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of that. We're just barely lower than the second podcast.
I just remembered another story I can tell. I'm not gonna have to wait till the next podcast.
Yep, it's already too late. It's already too late. You can tell me after the. You can tell me after the podcast.
That is true.
This is true. All right. Anyway, goodbye. Join the Discord. Subscribe. Like. Subscribe. Did I mention that? Subscribe.
Also join the Discord.
Yeah. Join that. Join the subscribe.
Hit the bell notifications.
But you have to subscribe first before you can even have the bell as an option. So subscribe.
Also like the video.
But like before you like the video, subscribe. So like
And also, because I want to know who actually all watches to the end, if you watch this far, type in that Hayden really sucks.
I mean, that's too easy. People just say that anyway.
Type Hayden is really great with great in parentheses. Or not parentheses, quotation marks.
That's the one. That's one. All right. If you made it to this point, type Hayden is great with quotation marks. Dude, I am not English class.
I am not English class.
I am not English class right now. Anyway.
Yeah.
We cannot drag this on any longer than Ninja dragged the low taper fade meme. So, we'll see you guys next time.